Hello out there, YouTube community. I have quite a very serious video today. Today I'm going to talk about what the Illuminati can really do with the software that they embedded into GM's OnStar servers that are based on a program that was created called Alteristepper by the Illuminati that have hijacked Dark Age of Camelot from Electronic Arts and Broadsword online games. I wasn't planning on doing this video, but Jennypala of Dark Age of Camelot decided to bully Broadsword into retaliating on me for bringing up names of Illuminati members, since Illuminati hate being exposed. They don't want anybody to know their name or address, because then you can find them and then you know they exist, and they don't want you to know they're behind everything that's going on. Okay? So I'm on a 24-hour suspension. So this was unexpected. But what I'm holding in my hand here is a screenshot from my Paylocity payroll app through my company at my job, okay? On March 17th of 2023, I arrived at my job at 6:01 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's take a look at what my time punch records were showing that day. Okay, so as you can see in the screenshot, 6:01. Okay, my battery was at 59%. I was on AT&T 4G LTE with 2 bars of service. There's the date. Clock in, 6:30 a.m. Now, does somebody want to explain to me how I clocked myself in at 6:30 a.m. when I got to work at 6:01 to begin with? 1. 2, the system is electronic and it won't allow you to modify the time. All you do is punch in and it automatically takes the time from whatever the global time is at the time that you punch in. All right. Notice I'm already punched out for lunch at noon that day. I'm punched back in from lunch at 12:30 p.m. that day. And my clock out is 5 p.m. even though I left at 4:30 p.m. that day. So how did I clock myself out almost 10 hours after I got to work? As I got to work that day. Now, that's a real good question. And because I brought up the name Dante Johnson and D'Artagnan Brody from Niles, Ohio, and Dante's from Warren, and Dante works for Litco International, where I work, but he works at the original facility that I was fired from before I got moved. I'll bet they know how I was able to do that, because I couldn't even get a straight answer from my HR department. So let's take a look at what happened last night, since when you get appealed, Broadsword will only send you the server logs of what you did in the infraction, not what was done to provoke it, because if they showed you what was done to provoke it, the players provoking you that are appealing you and whining about the problem they created themselves and acting like a victim, you actually wouldn't get suspended. Okay, so there is a player by the name of Frank James that dispatched and bragged about dispatching players to kill me while I was running quests. Okay.
You've got mail.
And then, let's see, I said he was morally bankrupt. He said his bank was not ruptured. Well, of course not. Notice down here, morally, Frank, something you know not of. Okay, he likes communism. Okay, so back to history, because there's something else about history. 2 things, actually. Let's see, communism has failed every time it's been tried, and communism was never described as a utopia in history books. Oh, but it is the new way. So he supports communism, okay? I reminded them financially economic history was repeating itself because people like Warren Buffett don't keep God's commandments and learn from the past, and I referenced Romans 15:4. So let's see, we have Frank asking, really think the trough is going to turn off the spigot? No chance. Well, last time I checked, the feds are about to bankrupt themselves and they're about to default. I've never defaulted myself, but that's because my mother taught me how to pay debt. Let me tell y'all what else my mother taught me. All right? My mother taught me to stand my fucking ground when I'm right about something. So they created a character with take a wild guess, so it looks like a W, but it's actually 2 V's. One day, me and my cracker friends were walking down the street, and I said, hey, cracker, pass the sun chips. So he's making a reference to white people, so he's making a racially charged comment, which is a violation of the rules, but if I appeal it, nothing happens. because of players like Promised and Jennypala bullying to expose whatever they're holding over Broadsword, which probably has to do with the money laundering. All right. So as we go through further down, all right, I bring up Dante's name and what I'm looking for. Oh, Nikki Gimp, you're not exposing anyone. You're just proving you're a mental case that needs admitted to a hospital. That they love to default to I'm the crazy one, except I'm the one with the evidence. Because I called the Illuminati demonic worshippers, which they are. Okay. And I start describing the details about D'Artagnan. Okay. And I need to find it because I want to find old Silky's comment. Oh, look at Silky, who I have no idea who that is. He better watch his back. I'm guessing Promise didn't tell them he threatened to kill me. So if anything happens to me, the law is going to come looking for Promise and anybody I've talked to. They didn't like me bringing up Excedio.net. And as you can see, this is an email that I sent to dispute Broadsword, telling them stop retaliating on me. Every time the Illuminati tries to bully them into retaliation, I'm going to expose them further and further and further. Okay, I explained implied consent because they're all bragging that they look the other way. They know Broadsword's being blackmailed and they're looking the other way. That's implied consent. That makes them an accessory. Let's see. Where was I called names at in this? That was a little bit further down. And see, that's the thing. They will provoke me. Frank didn't like me explaining that they fucked up and now they're going to pay the price like normal people have to because that's how life works. Notice Frank's response, fuck normal. He doesn't like the idea of getting consequences for making a shitty decision. Unfortunately, that's not how life works. Every lesson life has taught me, I promise you, I paid the fucking price for it. Okay? And I did let them know if there's any hope for them to save themselves because they signed their contracts in blood with the devil. If they can save themselves, I do hope they find it. However, if they really have pushed themselves beyond the point of forgiveness with God to where they are going to burn in hell for eternity, I'm not losing sleep over it. They made their choice. They made their bed. They can lie in it. And I made sure to let them know they can't stop me. But this is what happens to me, folks. Okay, this is the stuff that I had to send out to show there's a crime in progress. But now we have a record on file with Broadsword, and I will be printing this email and retaining it as evidence that Jennypala has bullied them into doing this because Jennypala doesn't like playing on Eden because everybody on Eden has all the same cheats. It's only fun for these people when they have the advantage and we can't win. That's the only way it's fun for them to play this game. And that's because it's all around money for them and they're getting paid based on their performances. As always, folks, thanks for watching. And a little PS, since the federal government's involved in this and they're $31 trillion in debt because they're wasting tax dollars on shit like this, I found 3 places that the federal government can stay for free. And I suggest with their level of debt, they take me up on the offer. And that would be number 1, in your lane. Number 2, out of my business. And 3, be like a good neighbor and stay the fuck over there. Let's review one final time for the Dark Age Camelot community why you're losing. You picked out of 323 million Americans in the United States that you have PRISM surveillance illegally tapped into to mess with. And you picked on the one person that loves video games, fucking hates the federal government because they got to get themselves involved in everything that doesn't fucking matter to them. They'd try to use a plastic spork on you as a weapon if they could fucking figure out how to do it. Not afraid of the federal government. And actually likes the Internal Revenue Service. And on top of that, you picked the one person that would actually enjoy sticking it to the fucking government the way they stick it to us every fucking day of our lives. Have a great day, folks. I went to the exchange. I got a nice little stack of movies over there. I'm going to go ahead and watch since it doesn't look like my account's been reactivated yet. Take care.